This is Mononyedi and this is Bridging with Mononyedi. Bridging with Mononyedi, as you all know, is where I talk about the things that are long forgotten and other times I talk about the things that matter. Today, in continuation with the Ifunanya video that I made, and if you don't already know, Ifunanya is the Igbo word for love. And if I were to say that I love you in Igbo, I'll say Afume Nanya. And if I were to say that I love myself, I'll say Afume Nanya. Right. To loosely translate Afume Nanya, that is to say I love you, is I see you with my eyes. I see you with my eyes. So when I say I see you with my eyes, I mean I see you with the eye inside of my eye. I see you. I understand all that you're about. I know you. And I'm cool with that. And I take you for who you are because I see the aspects of you. All the various aspects of you, your flaws, your strengths, I see everything. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that still. So after me, Nani, I see you. There is nothing, I'm not glossing over anything. I'm seeing you for who and what you truly are. And I'm still cool with that. It is also remarkable to note that the eyes, you know, if you've heard the phrase, the eyes are the window of the soul. It is practical in Igbo land because we have used the eyes in the past to diagnose. So in the place where you say your head is not correct, sometimes they say your eye is not correct. So they say Anya de Hamma, your eye is not correct. It means that there is something wrong with you. There is something that you're not talking about, but your eyes are speaking to something not being right within you. So for us to say that Afumi Nanya, I see you, you will understand why we would use that term. Now, in relationship to love and loving yourself, if you love yourself, that means you respect yourself. And if you respect yourself enough, you will remove yourself from situations that no longer serve you. You will remove yourself from people, things, places. And if you're not able to remove yourself immediately, you're going to be setting boundaries. That brings me to what I'm going to be talking about today. Boundaries. You know, like when we were kids, we used to say, don't cross this line. If you pass this line. Boundaries are important because you need to remove yourself from certain situations, certain things, certain people for you to understand it properly and you are able to reevaluate your choices and how you arrived at the place that you are. And it all comes from a place of respect because you have to respect yourself enough to realize that you deserve better, to want to put a boundary between you and these other people or these other things. If you're somebody who have been in relationships that didn't serve you well at all in the past, boundaries are important. And it's not just enough to set the boundaries, it is also paramount that you enforce those boundaries. And in enforcing those boundaries, you're honoring yourself. So you learn to honor yourself by setting boundaries and enforcing them. The things that are wrong, you're able to articulate yourself better. More like, in these situations, you're able to see clearly about these things. So when you put a little bit of space, you realize that it's not you being paranoid, it's not you making up tales, and it's not you being a troublemaker. These things are truly what they are, and you have seen them for what they are. You can even see clearly now that there is a bit of space between you and the thing and the person or whatever it is. You understand me? So yeah, it is very important to set boundaries. Now, if you're the kind of person who have only known this kind of relationships, believe me when I say that sometimes you are okay with dysfunction because that is all that you have ever known. It is what you see, it's what you understand, it's how you know how to navigate. And when things are a bit smoother, so if you meet somebody who doesn't give you as much hassle, where there's really no chaos, where there's no drama per se, not no drama, but no malicious, intent driven drama, no vile drama, no hurtful drama. You don't know how to. You don't know how to accept. You don't know how to receive this. Because somehow you feel, you don't know what it is like, really, you don't know how it is. And sometimes it comes from a place of you feeling unworthy and not knowing what you want. So if you're used to a certain way, that's the only way that you know. Except you're willing to unlearn, relearn, and retrain yourself. You're going to be in this loop of situations that do not serve you properly. You're going to be in this loop of situations that don't have your best interests at heart, and you keep going round and round this. There is something that Igbo people say. They say, "Nina is one way." It simply means that when your parents have done their job in training you, the onus now is on you to retrain yourself in the way that you feel is better suited for you. And that is why it is important to relearn, unlearn, and retrain yourself. Because sometimes, you know, when they say home problem, sometimes some of the issues that we have actually stem from home. It's the relationships that we see at home. It's the way that the kind of communication we see at home. And sometimes it becomes the template of dysfunction that we map our lives out with. And we think that this is the right way until we decide to unlearn, relearn, and retrain ourselves. In unlearning, relearning, and retraining yourself, you find out that certain healthy boundaries help redefine certain relationships that you have with people, or certain relationships you have with anything at all. So from your siblings to your parents to your extended external relationships, you find that when you have set a healthy boundaries and enforced it, people will begin to see you differently. They'll make allowance for it. Even if they've known you for donkey years, it has come to a place where you no longer allow certain things, and you're letting everybody know that this no longer fits here. This doesn't work with me anymore. So they begin to pay attention. It will take time, but it will work. Because by the time they do it 1, 2 times, 3 times, and you're like, nah, please don't do that again. You're not screaming, you're not shouting, you're as polite as you can be. Please don't do that again. I do not appreciate it. I don't like that. Please don't do that again. They will learn, and gradually they will respect those boundaries, and they will even teach it to other people. If coming from your siblings, like, no, my sister doesn't, don't do that, my sister doesn't like it. Your parents say, don't do that, my kid, they like them. To your external relationship, okay, no, my friend doesn't like that kind of thing. Why? Because you have set a boundary and you have enforced it. It's not a do-or, it's not a fighting matter, it's not a do-or-die affair. It's just a simple, see this line? Don't cross it. Able to make the decision to say, I want to retrain, unlearn, relearn, that is the only time that you can make headway. And sometimes for you to gain this clarity that you deserve something better, the only time and the only way that you can see clearly is by setting boundaries. When you set boundaries, you're then able to explore how you feel, and then you're able to understand yourself a little bit better. You're able to see things from your own perspective, unclouded and not influenced by the people around you or the things around you. So when you set this boundary, it is important that you enforce it. Because if you make a commitment to yourself, you have to honor yourself by keeping that commitment. You do not disrespect yourself. Because it's the hand that you stretch out that will bring things close to you. You do not want those things anymore. You're relearning, you're unlearning, you're retraining and reprogramming your mind. So in the first place, you don't even say those things to yourself. You stop believing in those things that you have heard. They do not identify you. They do not define you. They are not you. So when someone says something like, okay, in your mind you're like, not my reality, not my business, not my thing. Keep it with you. You hear them, but it's not on you. It doesn't come to you. It doesn't come close to you. It is not you. And for you to know this, it means that some semblance of peace is already coming into your life, into your mind, into your heart, into your being. So you take it and run with it. That's why boundaries are important. So set that boundary today with the thing, the people, whatever situation, anything at all. Set boundaries. Very important. That's all I have to say for now. As you can see, I'm shooting from a different place. My studio is such a mess. I went into a work frenzy and I've not cleaned it up. So yeah, thank you for joining me again today. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Subscribe so that you don't miss any of my new videos, and follow me on all my socials. Nodo Ofuma. Bye.